Welcome back to the Abundant Behavior Podcast. I'm your host, Ali Banks. And on my channel, I like to bring faith and business and combine it all on one platform. I like to bring multiple entrepreneurs on my platform from various walks of life, from different endeavors, just so that they can tell their story and help you guys on your journey to help you get there a little bit faster. So today I bring you guys Motivation Monday. Every Monday, I'm going to give you guys some motivation, a word that I've been thinking about, something to help kickstart your week so that you guys can go out and win the week. This topic this week is going to be about getting inspired. A lot of people, they love motivation. You know, we hear the motivational speakers. We might wake up in the morning and we got some motivational music playing. Maybe your friend, he challenged you this week, so you're super motivated. You're pumped up. He said, hey, bro, you hit the gym 5 times this week. I give you $50 at the end of the week. Just a little challenge to push you forward. So you super motivated. And then when you wake up on that morning of that motivation, it's raining outside. That $50 doesn't seem too motivating anymore. But how do you get past that? You know, a lot of times, like for myself, I could be having a great week. I could be waking up on fire. Like I'm ready to go. I'm ready to run through a wall. And then on some days, I'm like, man, I don't even want to get out of my bed. But I think as people and it's something that I noticed about myself, we spend a lot of time worrying about why we feel a way instead of just serving our habits. But what do I mean? You know, you might go back and forth with yourself 1,000 times. Like, well, God, I felt great yesterday. Well, why don't I feel great today? Or, man, I was super pumped up about going to the gym. Why don't I feel that today? Yesterday, I loved the way that my body looked. Today, I'm just really not feeling it at all. So you lose that motivation. And we just sit there and question ourselves the whole day instead of saying, you know what? I might not be feeling the best, but I know afterwards, you know, it's going to make me feel 10 times better. Or I know I don't look the best to myself in the mirror right now, but I know going to this gym is going to put me one step closer to my final goal. So we want to move kind of out of motivation and move more into inspiration. But how does that look? And what's the difference? Because from the blind eye or just hearing motivation and inspiration, two people, they might say, okay, these things kind of sound similar. And in a sense, they kind of are. So what I wanted to do is I looked up the distinct difference between motivation and inspiration. And this is what I got. So this is what motivation is driven by: desires, pressures, deadlines, or external rewards. So just like I was saying with your friend, he might have challenged you $50 that week. And so you super pumped up, you motivated to get to that gym for this external reward. It's pressure behind it. You know, if you don't accept this challenge, your friend might talk about you to your other boys. He might say you're a coward. He might say you're not up for the challenge. So it's all external rewards. It's all pressure. It's all just a desire to get this $50. It has nothing to do with anything externally that you would love to do for yourself. So that brings me to inspiration. Inspiration is driven by vision. It's driven by values, calling or connection to something bigger than yourself. So if I was you, one thing that I would say first, when I heard that distinct difference, I would be like, I want to be more on the inspiration side. Why is that? The thing that stood out to me the most about what drives inspiration is that it said it's connected to something greater than yourself. You know, they have this quote, this amazing quote. My mentor, he told me, he said, if your why doesn't make you cry, then the price of success might be too high. So what is that saying? If your why is connected to something bigger than yourself, it's going to inspire you every day to get up and go after it. So if you know you're super inspired because it's connected to something bigger. Your mom, maybe she passed away from bad health conditions, God forbid, but maybe somebody in your family, they had bad health and you got super inspired to be the best health and fitness person you can ever be. You wasn't just motivated on that one day. You wasn't just super pumped up. It wasn't something external. Your aunt didn't say, hey, I know my sister passed away from bad health. I challenge you guys to go and get in the gym, and whoever stays consistent at the end of the year, I'll give you something. Nah, it was something inside of you. God called, it made you Something inside of you told you that this is your mission, this is what you're designed to do, and this is the journey that you're ready to set out for. That's what inspiration looks like. It looks like being able to wake up in the morning knowing that it's raining outside, knowing that your bank account is low, knowing that uploading videos to this YouTube channel. Maybe for me, let's just take myself for instance. I'm getting up every day and I'm putting out the motivation Monday, or I'm putting out the word Wednesday. It's not getting any views or likes or any traction. But every week I'm going to be right here in front of this camera because I'm inspired. It's all inspiration. I know it's connected to something bigger than myself. It's God calling me to do this. So I might not want to get in front of the camera today. I might just want to lay down. I might just want to relax today, but I can't. Even if I don't really feel like it, even if my body might be sore, I might feel like I haven't even been motivated myself. So how can I go ahead and motivate you guys? These are all the questions that I ask myself on a lot of days that I get up and still produce. So how does somebody get to the inspiration side? Two things. One thing, most importantly, is asking God, hey, God, what am I called to do? What did you put me here for? God, I know I have a divine plan and purpose for myself, but I want to follow your divine plan and purpose. When you start to give God room to work in your life, he will. He'll start to reveal new people to you. He will start to reveal new ideas to you. He will start to reveal new environments to you that's going to take you along the path of finding that bigger calling so that you can finally find that inspiration. And the second thing is wanting to do it. You know, they say the finding is for the seeker. A lot of times people, they sit around and they're waiting for something to happen. You cannot wait for anything to happen. Nothing is just going to fall out of the sky. Faith without work is dead. And it can even just be as so little as talking to God. I know a lot of times we talk to God in our head, or you might pray in your head, or you don't want to speak out loud, but it's power in actually speaking to God. I mean, getting down on your knees and actually speaking to him. Let him feel your presence, allowing him in your presence, and just asking him, God, I need inspiration. You know, I'm motivated today, but tomorrow I'm not motivated. God, give me something that's going to drive me forward. Give me something that's going to make me want to wake up every day. And even though I might not feel like it, put something inside of my spirit that doesn't allow me to sleep on those days. That even though I don't feel like it, give me something that allows me to move on those days. God is going to give you that assignment, and it's going to be a weary feeling on your spirit on those days that you don't serve those habits. Like for me, I go back and forth all day with myself about this video. Oh, today I'm gonna relax, or I'm not really gonna put nothing out today. I'm just gonna relax. But the whole day while I'm trying to relax, I'm trying to watch some TV or something. It's just something tugging at my spirit, like, yo, get up. Yo, get up. Hey, it's like my son. He tell me he hungry. If I say, okay, son, I got you, I'm gonna get you some food. If you don't get up in the next 5 minutes, he back on it. And if you say, all right, give me a minute, son, next 5 minutes, he back on it. Next 5 minutes, he back on it. Man, that's how the Spirit of God works. That's how the Spirit of God works. See, God gonna tug at your spirit until you finally decide to just submit. He's gonna keep pulling at your coattail. He's gonna keep trying to get your attention. He's gonna keep making it uncomfortable. He's gonna keep making these situations uneasy for you until you surrender. And so I was like, okay, God, I see how this works. I see how this works. And so it's those days where you don't feel like it, that you produce the best. Because in those days where you don't really feel like moving, you give God more glory. You give God more room to work. So that's why he wants you to go forward. It's not about what you can do by yourself. It's not about what you can produce on those days. It's about giving God the glory and giving him the room to do those things. God, I don't feel like it today, but I know it's something bigger than me that's inspired me to go forth and do this, God. I don't have all the power or the strength today. I'm giving you the room. I'm giving you the floor, God. Give the people a message that they need. Give the people something that they need. I'm leaving out the room, God. Take over. And it's power in that. And I do this all the time. Most of the times when I get up here on these videos and I'm speaking to you guys, I go back and replay it and I get the chills just listening to it, because I'm like, how did I know how to say that right there? Like, how did I know that was going to be a pain point? Like, that's all God working. You got to give him time to work. He's working right now. As I'm speaking to you guys, God is telling me to tell you guys it's him right now. It may freak a lot of you guys out. They may move a lot of you guys, and it should, because it's power. It's powerful to know the presence of him, because once you know the presence of him, hey man, you know yourself a little bit more. The more you start to get to know God, the more you start to get to know yourself. And he starts to just ask him to just soften your heart to certain things. Ask him to move into your life during certain things. Just ask him to be there. Don't put so much power on yourself. I think as people, we try to put so much on ourselves. We try to bear everything on our own when we have the grace of God to just bear all that on. Cast all your anxieties on him. On those days where you're unsure of the result, hey, just tell God, hey, God, allow me not to focus on the result, but just to do. Because a lot of times we can be focused on the result, and it can be discouraging. But you have to fall in love with the journey. I see a lot of people, this is another thing that we get too caught up on. We want everything to be right now. We want everything to happen right now. We think that we're supposed to be at 100,000 subs right now. We think that we're supposed to have all these likes right now. We think we have to lose 20 pounds in one day. We think we need to save $100,000 in 1 month. Faith of a mustard seed. Everything starts small and gets bigger. And it gets bigger and it grows and grows and grows the more you pour into it. The more you water that soil, the more you pour into yourself, the closer you get to God, the more things start to make sense. I've been there. I've been confused. I've cried because I feel like I don't have control over my life when I want to be better. I want to be better, but I feel like it's something just holding me back from being better. I've been there. And so I just asked God, man, God, I'm confused right now. I don't really even know what's going on in my life. But just to know that you don't have to have that figured out. That's where you can be at ease at, right there. That's where you can be at peace, just knowing you don't have to have it all figured out. All you have to do is be obedient to the word of God and wake up every day and be inspired to do the work of God. See, God is so gracious, man. I love God so much because God will give us an assignment that's connected to our purpose and our passions and our gifts. The things that we love doing the most are usually the way that God wants us to serve him. Isn't it so cool? Like, I'm a photographer, bro. I love taking pictures. I go out and I take pictures and I love creating. I love editing. I love the whole process of getting a client the result that they want. Like, I love the whole process of it. Nothing about it seems like work to me. And I'm serving people through it. I'm making people feel great about themselves. I'm building a community around my photography. Like, let's be real with ourselves for 1 second. You can start a business doing anything. You can serve God mostly doing anything as long as you're impacting and uplifting his name. So it's not one thing that you can't do where you can serve God and feel inspired through it. You have to intentionally want to, though. For a long time, for me, I ran away from the accountability of God. I ran away from trying to seek God because I didn't want the answers. Well, let's be honest. It might be some things in your life you need to change, but you're just not ready to. So you ain't really talked to God about it. He been pulling on your spirit. You haven't really addressed it because you like, I'm not really ready to give that up. Until you're ready to move on the other side, and really find out what it is that you called to do, until you're ready to surrender, until you're ready to let God really move in your life, you're not going to. Like for me, man, I'm just working every day, working. I'm like, bro, I'm burning out, bro. You think to get more results, you just Post more reels. Oh, people telling me do this type of content. Or you got people telling me, hey, I think you should do this or do that or do this or do this. And so I start to get pulled every which way. Every way from the world. Every way I'm trying this. I'm trying that. I'm doing what the people saying. I never consulted with God on what he wanted my platform to be. Never consulted with God on how my platform can grow. I never consulted with God on if any of those ideas that people were mentioning to me were good ideas for my platform. And a lot of times, we just don't want to know the real answer. We want to try things our way. But it's really naturally only one way to go if you want success. But not only success, but if you want an easy heart while you achieve success. Because it's a lot of ways that you can make money. It's a lot of ways you can achieve success. And it's a lot of ways, ultimately, that you can become rich. It's a lot of ways that you can get up every day and do a lot of things, but it's not a lot of things that you can do that actually fulfill you, serve you, actually cause you to be something bigger than yourselves, which is that inspiration. We should all be looking up to strive and move forward to being inspired by something. Because if everybody is inspired in one area of life, at some point, that world full of inspiration is going to be a change that the world needs, but more specifically, a change that the Black community needs. We all should be business owners. We all should be moving towards ownership. And even if you're not a business owner and even if you do work a 9 to 5 and you're climbing up the corporate ladder, that's cool. You can always find a way to be inspired outside of that and do something bigger than yourselves that can be an impact. We can all be an impact where we are. I hope that you guys like this video today on Motivation Monday. Stay tuned for the next episodes because we only going to be getting better. Thank you.